something together, so I think relationships is key. I met Nina Moore in Charlotte. She just came to one of my events, and we clicked. And then she ended up doing the event in Philly, and she's hopping on the tour and going to some other cities with me as well. So I think that relationships is always key. You never know who knows who. You never, you never know who can put you in a better position. So, and you may be able to have to put somebody else in a better position. So I definitely think relationships is key, but you can never be afraid to utilize the relationships, because a lot of times people have relationships, but they're scared to, say something, or they're scared to do something. But people are willing to help you, but long as you are, coming and you add value, and long as you're not, just trying to suck the life out of them, I think people will help you. But I think relationships is, very, 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 very key. Like, I think that if it wasn't for relationships, I wouldn't be in this position. If it wasn't for relationships, I never would have made that chance. If it wasn't for relationships, I don't know if my book would have been out right now. So I'm definitely an advocate for relationships.
Oh yeah, and you named my boy, and it's funny because as I look at my life now and the people that I know, in some way, shape, or form, it all started from me knowing Dave. And I met somebody through Dave years ago here, and then I have a whole circle of relationships built in from a person I met through him years ago that's not even connected to him at all, but because it was somebody else that I know from him, I have a whole bunch of relationships with different people. And yeah, relationships are definitely key, and that's why a lot of people always want to go network, but I'm past that point of networking. I really more so want to build relationships with people, because networking is all business to me. But when you build in relationships, it's one of those situations where you hit up somebody like, hey, what's up? I need you for this. And they're there. And, when they have something going on, they hit you up, you're there. And that's what relationships is more so about. And it's not even just the how can I help you aspect of what can I do for you type thing, but it's that support. And when you build solid relationships, you build a support system that transcends just business. So relationships are definitely key. And if it wasn't for Dave, I wouldn't even have met you last year at the conference. And that's what it all comes down to.
Right.
And I just love how much I've seen you grow in the past year. And I mean, I know I'm not even behind the scenes. I didn't even see that much, but you can just tell. I just see everybody that was at that conference last year and seeing where they are this year. Just the immense amount of growth in everyone that was there is just amazing, man. And that's why I want to take it to the next point. So relationships are key. How do you feel about getting out and going to different conferences, different workshops, seminars, different things like that to help you grow, whether it's personally or business wise?
I definitely am an advocate for that. I'm the type of person that I just get up and go. I just go after it. There's some different things that I battle with internally from a standpoint of just throwing myself right into the fire. But getting there, getting where I need to be, I'm definitely big on it. I went to the Nations Builders Conference. I came to the Stay Ready Conference, and I just was at the Act Like a Success Conference, Steve Harvey. So I get up, travel, I go, because I know what I want to do. I know what the goals are, and I'm just trying to get exposure and get in front of as many new people as possible and learn. So, I do webinars, I do different things. I'm always just trying to learn and just get around, different people. So I definitely think that, those, going to conferences and learning is is huge. Definitely. It's just professional development. Professional development is huge. Whether you're doing a webinar, whether you're reading a book, whether you're going to a conference, I think professional development is vital if you're trying to be successful in what it is that you're doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is one of the main principles of mindset shiftology. Becoming better every day, whether, like you said, it's reading a book every day, whether it's doing webinars, going to workshops, conferences, seminars, just exposing yourself to new ideas. Even if it's something in your field that you already do and that you can be considered an expert at, just going out and getting different perspectives from different people who are in the same field can help elevate your business to a whole nother level. And a lot of people, they get caught up in their mind where, I've been doing this for this long, for that long. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. And they just get stuck in that, I'm good doing it the way I'm doing it. And they stop going out and learning different things. And, in life, we're in constant evolution. Times are changing each and every day. Things do not stay the same. And, with me, one of the things that I do, I educate on HIV and AIDS. And so if I just took the information that I done mastered, I studied all this information, I got all this information in my head, I know it like the back of my hand. But in the medical field, especially in HIV and AIDS, things are changing. There's new medications coming out, numbers are changing, based on how the medication is working and everything. So, if I just stuck myself in that place, a year from now, if I'm not going out there and getting more knowledge in this field, everything that I'm talking about from last year is going to be obsolete and it's going to be false information. So I'm going to be giving false information, even though it was relevant at the time. It doesn't stay that way. So, that is very, very key, going out and bettering yourself each and every day. And just, like you said, going out and just going to go get it, man. It's important that, people understand how serious that is to go out and get it. If you want something, you definitely need to go out and get it. Definitely. So, man, what were 3 major events that you believe happened in your life that affected the way you look at life today?
The first 2 events are the first event that probably changed my life. I was robbed.
Wow.
I was robbed at gunpoint. And to go through that type of situation at a young age, it makes you move different. Your outlook becomes different. Like what you value becomes different. So that was really one of the things that really changed my outlook. It made me even hungrier than I already was, because I felt like if I was going harder, then I would have had a car and I wouldn't have been on the bus, and so it affected me in a good way, affected me in a negative way. But that's one of the things that changed my life. The next 2 things is, I would say, getting married, having children. It makes you not, you're not living for yourself anymore. You have people that you're responsible for, so you move different. Your outlook, is different from a standpoint of having to be a provider and understanding that you have to put yourself in positions to sometimes, sacrifice time or sacrifice certain things for the betterment of your family. So, I think those were 3 major points in my life that, have changed me for the better. And then I would just say more recently, just, coming out with a book, I think that, with the release of this book has really, changed my life in the present.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost you for a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, what were you saying about the book?
Yeah, so I said that, and just to be in the present is the book. The book has did that. Just in the present of, I feel like, just exposing me and, exposing me to different things, exposing me to different people, and just affording me opportunities that I probably wouldn't have had if I didn't, take that leap of faith and do what I did.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I don't have a book yet, but I do have one coming. So be on the lookout. I do have a book coming. When? I'll let you know when I feel like letting y'all know. But your first major event that happened, getting robbed at gunpoint, that happened to me as well. And that's one of the key reasons why mindset shiftology is so important to me. And in that situation, I was out with my fiance at the time and one of my boys. We was just out hanging out. We went to the club one night. We was just chilling out after the club, just minding our business outside the club, just talking, minding our business. But we were under the influence, so we was just relaxing, just chilling, having a good time, busting it up, talking about memories, all of that. And I could literally see everything happening, but I was under the influence, so I wasn't in my right state of mind. So I watched every single situation happen up to me getting robbed at gunpoint. I saw it all happening, but I wasn't in the right state of mind, the right frame of mind, because I was intoxicated. So it was just like, okay, well, I wasn't even paying attention, even though I saw it all happening. And for me, that really changed me in the sense that, I avoid drugs and alcohol at all costs, because it changes the way your mind works, and it doesn't even matter how much you smoke or whatever it is, or how much you drink. Just any kind of influence inside of your body is going to affect your mind. And so I avoid it at all costs, because being in that situation and watching myself get robbed while I was getting robbed, before I even got robbed, and seeing it all happen, knowing that if I wasn't intoxicated, once I saw these suspicious looking characters come out and just start doing all the stuff that they were doing, that'd have been my cue to say, y'all, we out, let's go. And that'd have been it, and it wouldn't even have happened. But just being in that place and just not really paying attention because you're not in the right state of mind, it really affects you in a crazy way, man. And prior to you getting married and having children, did you have more of the splurging type mentality? Did you just go all out and then it was like, okay, so now I'm married, I have children, they come before me? Or did you already have that type of mentality to just do what needs to be done for the situation that you're in?
I think one thing is I got married young. I had kids. I had my first child young. Not that young, but I got married young in my early 20s, and I had a child at my early 20s. So I still was, I wouldn't say I was the most responsible right away. But as you start, the next one come, and the daycare bills come, and the diapers and all of that. I can't buy as many Jordans as they used to, and all of that. So I think it just forces you to, level up and become more mature in your habits and your spending and your behaviors and everything that you do. Because you have other people that you're responsible for. So we still, I won't say splurge, but we still, enjoy the fruits. But at the same time saving and being responsible as well. So I think that that's given me the opportunity to fund my own tour and go to different places, because we did some things responsibly early on, that put us in better positions, in the present day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to